dedicate these homes in this moment to provide not just a shelter, not just a house, but a home for those who are in need.
I get emotional about this because this is so cool. I mean, people are living in them and they get to stay in those. Yeah.
The one thing that unites us is the one thing that we cannot see, and that is the breath that we have right now.
Okay, everybody, a couple of months ago, I started watching tiny house videos. I've been interested in tiny houses for a long time. And I've watched many videos, and A-frames are my favorite. If I were to have a property, I would probably build this one right here. I love A-frames. This is about $1,200. So I got my inspiration to build my own by watching this one the most. I do have a lamp like that I'm going to put in there. It is solar, and I won't need electricity. So I've been through about 8 notebooks, and my plan was to even have a dog. But then I went to the Blue Mountains and spent the day in prayer. And I began thinking about how God sent me to 21 countries in 2014. Then He sent me to 25 countries in 2015. And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, yes, I want a tiny house to call my very own. I want to build it for about $1,200 myself, but I don't want to stay in America forever. So I just want a home to come home to and hang my decorations and pictures and things I've got from the nations. But this right here will be my front wall. I am going to have a front wall that will be clear, and then I'm going to have on my front wall, I may even open it up like this. My house will be square. It'll be a 5x8 on wheels because I'm not going to have any property. But it'll be a 5x8 on wheels. And I really like this one. So if I pull it out like that, that would be cool. But if I don't, it'll still be clear. And I have a curtain, a Northern Lights curtain to put there. And then I have blackout curtains. So, I really want a home, very low cost, that I can attach to my car. My car can handle 850 pounds to 1,000 pounds. So my plan is to, there's a friend of mine in Atlanta that is going to put the hitch on my car. That's $150. And then I'm going to buy the 5x8 utility trailer. And Craigslist has a lot of them, anywhere between $300 and $600 used. Lowe's has brand new ones for $700-800. But a friend of mine sent me Christmas money, so I've ordered everything for my tiny house delivered to my mom at her house. And so when I come home, all I have to do now is get it built. But I don't need help building it because I'm not putting electricity in it. And this is my final design. I have this whole book, okay, with all the prices, how much a board is, how much it weighs, everything, okay? So I'm within the perfect weight for my car to handle this. And I know people have suggested I get a big camper, and I've had people suggest I get a small camper. But the thing is, I really want something that I made. You know, something that I can look at and say, I like this. I made this myself. And maybe that's just my personality. But the outside is going to be painted white. And then the outside is going to be painted blue trim. And it's going to be like Greece, Italy. I mean, not Italy. I'm sorry. Greece, Israel, and Finland. They're all white and blue, okay? So the porch will be blue, but the floor inside is going to be burnt orange. And the poles to hold the house up will be brown. The roof will have a brown tarp. It'll be 7 feet high and a straight across brown tarp. On top of the brown tarp, I'm going to have an overlapping tarp that is royal blue like Greece. Because Santorini, Greece has what? White with a blue roof. I love that. And by the way, I'm going to Santorini this year. I've already got my ticket in Santorini. I don't have my ticket there yet, but I have a ticket for $21.20 to go from Santorini, Greece to Sicily, Italy. So I'm going to give you my European schedule soon. And I've already bought 5 tickets for that trip because they were so cheap. Okay, so let me tell you about my home. I'm very happy about it. Like you saw in this video, this wall right here, from here to here, will be clear. It'll be that plexiglass. It's very light, so it'll be like that straight up. And then I'll have the Northern Lights curtain and then the Blackouts curtain. I already have them bought. When you walk through the door, you'll see an Italy doormat. When you come over here, there's this vintage travel case that I bought. I'm going to stick some plants in there. My bed from my car that I've been sleeping in, I'm going to put right here. And during the day, I'm going to fold it up to just right here. That way you'll see here I have all this room on my bamboo mat. I have a red chair here, a red chair here, and a nice coffee table. So one of the reasons I wanted a tiny house, and then your kitchen area here, I have a California cutting board that I have for the kitchen. I'm real happy about that. Then I put my clothes in here. I have a round tub. I have a solar shower that you just get heated. And then I'm just going to kind of wash my hair over the tub. And then I have a toilet with a real seat that you can just throw in the garbage, okay, with cat litter and the whole thing. Now, this is very cool. Everything bought in here is very light. And it wasn't very much money, but this is my home, people. I'm going to decorate it with things that I've got around the world, which is not much, but different like hats and stuff. And I'm going to put it in there. And when I go out of the country, I'm going to start leaving my car in Orlando, Florida. I know a great place to park it for $26 a month with, and I can leave my car there. And it'll be protected. It'll have cameras on it and everything like that. And from now on, I'm going to try to fly out of Orlando, okay? So when I leave in June to start my European tour, I'm going to leave my tiny house and my car in Orlando, okay? So, yeah, so I'm going to fold this up here. And then the reason I want a tiny house and not a small camper is because I want the experience of pulling up to, let's say, Malibu Beach, okay, which I've done many times in my car. I want to be able to sit on the coast of Malibu Beach on Highway 1, open my curtain, have coffee, and enjoy reading my Bible. Now, before, I would just be in my car, and it was awkward reading my Bible from the car, but I did it, hey. But with this, I want to be able to stand up. I want to be able to use the bathroom. I want to be able to take a bath. I want to be able to chop up some fruit or whatever on my cutting board, and then go to my car, turn the car on, and make my smoothie, because I have a way of using electricity in my car off my battery just for real quick, you know? So that's my plan, people. And it'll give me a little bit of room. I know it's not that big, but think about it. It's not expensive. You know, I really believe I can do this whole thing for $1,200, maybe even easier. Okay? But I plan on going to being in America February 15th, and then leaving again. It looks like I'll be leaving June 27th for Copenhagen, okay? And then I'm coming back the last week in September, and then I'm going to try to go to, I've been invited to Jamaica, and then I'm going to go spend time with my family around Thanksgiving, because I've been gone for the holidays the past few years. And now my mother's a widow. So I really want to be home this Thanksgiving for her in 2016. But I'd like to park my car again in my home and go to India for a month. And then maybe do some Asian countries after that and come back to America. But the Lord is allowing me to keep going to the nations. So yeah, it's nice to be able to say, I have a tiny house. Imagine living in your car for years, going to the nations and coming back, and your first night back, sleeping in your car. That happened to me. When I got back from Italy in 2013, I slept in my car. I didn't have any money. So I slept in my car my first night back on jet lag. Well, this, even if I had jet lag, I could stretch out and I could go to a coastal area and take a nap. In the middle of the night, I can go to the bathroom, I can brush my teeth, I can have coffee. Do you see my point? This is a good investment. So pray for me about this. I am building this myself, and I don't need anything bigger than this. I'm not asking God even for a new car. If God wants to, that's fine. But just pray that I get about $1,200, $1,000 to have this built. And then I am going to give you my new schedule soon. I'm heading to New Zealand in a few days. And maybe over there I'll give you my schedule, because I still haven't figured out how I want to come back to America, whether it's through Italy or through France. So or Poland. I thought about that too. Or Norway. I want to do it the cheapest way. Yeah. I want to do it the cheapest way. nothing drives me more crazy than when people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a missions trip that could have stretched for months off what they spent on one ticket. Come on now. Don't get me started. Okay, by the way, I have taped my Bible back together. Somebody suggested I just use tape. So you know what? My Bible is taped back together. I'm going to continue to preach with this Bible, okay? Because the New Testament is still in good shape, people. So this is my preaching Bible. I'll just keep reading BibleGateway.com for my private time unless somebody on my journey gives me another Bible. I know there's a lady in Atlanta that already said that she will give me a Bible when I get there. But if you don't know, this is a picture taken from my very first missions trip, and it's Steve Hill. He was the one that laid hands on me the day I was called to preach, and God told me to sit under him and learn how to be an evangelist. So he's my biggest inspiration for evangelism, and I miss him very much. He died a few years ago while I was in Wales. And this is one reason why I didn't want anything to happen to this Bible, because this is a special picture to me. He was my spiritual father. And then this is my first revival. It was in the news. It's 5-day revival at this teeny tiny church in Georgia. But I'm proud of it. Praise God. So that's it, people. My Bible's put back together. I got my vision for my tiny house, and I'm heading to New Zealand. New Zealand will be country number 40. Can you believe it? Out of all the years I've been traveling, I've made it to 40 countries. Not bad for a homeless woman preacher, huh? It's kind of funny. To God be the glory. Pray for me. Please pray for me.